Hi friends, this is Laurie with Journey with the Gingers. If you're wanting to take a safe road trip during this crazy year 2020, this video is going to be for you, because in this video I'm going to show you some great ideas of what you should pack. Before we get started, let me tell you about our channel. We're a mother-daughter team that love to travel. Of course, 2020 kind of threw a monkey wrench in that. But this week, we're going to be leaving for our first road trip since all the craziness began. We're going to be heading to Williamsburg, Virginia, and we have a great trip that we're going to vlog all the way through. So if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do so by hitting that red button below. Also, please give this video a thumbs up, because we definitely appreciate all the love we receive from our viewers. Let's get started. Fun fact is that we actually have 3 road trips planned for the end of 2020, one each month, October, November, and December. The first one is to Williamsburg, and we're staying in an Airbnb. Well, actually, we're staying in an Airbnb for all of them because we just felt like that would be a lot safer. So for our first Airbnb stay, it has a full kitchen, washer, and dryer. So these are some of the groceries that we've already purchased to take with us. We'll actually be purchasing a lot more when we get there because they have my favorite grocery store that we do not have here, and that's a Trader Joe's. These are just some of the examples of things that we'll take. We're definitely going to take some laundry little packs for doing laundry, but we're also taking just some quick breakfast items. My favorite cereal, Hannah likes instant grits, and Hannah's obsession, which is a big old box of goldfish. We also have some road trip snacks. We're going to include like combos, but we're also going to have some protein bars and things like that. I'm a coffee drinker, and I always like to make sure they have my favorite sweetener, so I just brought the yellow sweetener with me, and of course some gum for the road trip because those snacks make you want to have fresher breath. If you follow our channel, you know that we travel a lot. Well, before everything happened in the world, we traveled a lot, and we plan to start traveling a lot again. So what we do is we just get these bins from the Dollar Tree, and we keep them in a closet because there's a lot of things in here that we only pull out for travel reasons. But let me just share a couple things in these bins that we will be taking with us that we always use on our trips. Of course, some Downy wrinkle reducer, just in case I don't have an iron, because I'm not taking an iron. Some poopery, because we're sharing a bathroom. And our Airbnb only has a shower, which is fine. But if you're going to shave, it's really easier if you use an Intuition that has the soap built onto the razor. So I always just take this for cruising and all that. A soap container, because I take my own soap. Of course, a sewing kit always comes in handy. I think that came from like the Dollar Tree. Something, of course, to store my toothbrush in. I usually take a small lotion and a small body spray instead of taking the full size. And our favorite multi-plug adapter that we love to take everywhere, especially on cruise ships, we also take it when we go to hotels and Airbnbs, is this one. This one's from Amazon. It only uses one outlet, but it has 3 plugs and 2 USB chargers, and we have a lot of electronics to charge. So I'll put the link from Amazon below for this one. Since I mentioned cruise packing, I'm also going to put a link in the description below of our packing playlist. And our packing playlist has videos of things that we have packed for cruises in the past. And it also has packing lists with those videos. And speaking of packing lists, below is also a link for a Google document where it has our packing list for this road trip. So click on those below if you want more information. So now let's talk about safety. I'm not talking about the usual safety that we thought about before all this started. I'm talking about sanitizing and staying healthy safety. When I took these out of my packing bins, I kind of thought, oh my goodness, we used to pack the tiniest little Lysol and the tiniest little hand sanitizer for our trips. But this is what we're going to pack now. Now we're going to take full-size containers of these items. We're going to take our small little bottles of hand sanitizer that will be in our purses and things like that. But we're also going to have a refill bottle on hand to refill them each day when we get back from our adventures during the day. Also in the car, we're going to take some Wet Ones antibacterial hand wipes just to clean up before meals if we go into restaurants. I'm also taking a can of spray disinfectant. I will use this in the Airbnb just to spray areas that our hands may touch often, like light switches and things like that. And also the same thing for the Lysol disinfectant wipes. We'll be using that for that. We will also use the Lysol wipes to wipe down the car, steering wheel and things like that each day. And of course, we'll be taking masks. Something we take on every trip, cruises, road trips, whatever, are insulated water bottles. We just like to have our own water bottle. We drink a lot of water, so we're going to take those with us on this trip. Also, we are taking with us some bottled water. The reason why is that way we don't have to stop as much on the trip itself to get something to drink. We could just have that in the car and just keep on refilling our bottles. One thing you have to think about differently now that we're traveling during a pandemic is that when I get to a hotel or an Airbnb or on a cruise ship where I'm going to be staying for more than one night, I always unpack my suitcase and put everything like in the drawers. Now when you put things in the drawers, you have to think about that other people have put their things in the drawers and all of that. So I would suggest that you take your Lysol or your disinfectant wipes and clean out those drawers, wipe them out or spray them. But also maybe use some packing cubes or something to keep your clothes in. That's just entirely up to you, but just make sure those areas are disinfected before you put your clothes in there. We like to collect the bags that sheets come in or throw blankets come in because they're very simple to use for packing. I'm going to show you two examples. First example is this one. Throw blanket came in it, and it has a zipper that goes all the way around, so you honestly could just open it up. And this will be a great packing cube for some of your items in your suitcase, and also to put in those drawers we talked about. Another way we use our sheet bags is to put our items in it that may spill, because this bag is going to go in my suitcase. So this bag that some sheets came in is going to be perfect for that, because I can zip it, it'll seal. If anything spills, it'll spill inside the bag instead of on my clothes, and it's pretty much free. So don't throw away your bags that your sheets or your blankets come in. When we look for an Airbnb, we try to look for ones that offer a washer and dryer because that helps us not have to pack so much in our suitcases. For instance, blue jeans. We're going to probably wear blue jeans almost every day, if not yoga pants or something comfortable to wear, because we're really not dressing up on this trip. So we're only going to take like 2 or 3 pairs of blue jeans or 2 or 3 pairs of pants and just wash them, because why not? Unless you're really particular and you want to wear a new outfit every day, pack less, use your washer and dryer, and not have to worry about having so much in your suitcase. So what I do with our packing list is over here I have all the items that we need to bring, and I have a column for each person. I do this on cruises also. But when it's something that, since Hannah and I it's just she and I traveling, and something that we can share, for instance, hairspray. It's something we can share. We both are fine with using the same kind of hairspray. Why should we each take a can of hairspray for us? So we're going to share some things like that. We'll probably share shampoo and conditioner and things like that, just to save space in our suitcases. When you get your copy of this packing list, which will be located in the description below, I'm going to have the columns taken off, but all these items will be listed for you. Another thing that you might not think to take, but especially with us trying not to, come in contact with too much stuff on our bodies, is I always take some slippers. I'm really going to definitely take some slippers on this trip, because our Airbnb host asks that you not wear shoes in the house, because they have carpet, which I'm perfectly fine with, but I want to make sure I have something for my feet, because I definitely don't want to walk around barefooted. So for hotels and everything these days, you definitely want to take some slippers. The next items I'm going to cover are some things that you're going to use no matter what time of year it is or what's going on in the world when you're taking a road trip. You want to make sure that your driver's license definitely is up to date. Also make sure in your glove compartment that you have your up-to-date vehicle registration and insurance information. Also make sure you have a copy, if you have roadside assistance, a copy of that number on you. Alright, let's talk about gadgets. We have a lot of them. A couple things that everybody needs to remember to bring with you, especially doing a road trip, is you want your technology to remain charged, your cell phones. So we're going to make sure that we have our car chargers for our cell phones. Also, another thing that we use are these external cell phone chargers or external batteries. And this one's by Anchor, and I'll put a link below for this. But I just keep this charged on me because if we're walking around Williamsburg, Colonial Williamsburg, and I didn't charge my phone fully, this is a lifesaver. We use these a lot in New York City because we were taking pictures of things. When you're doing that and recording video on your phone and things like that, you're going to use up your battery. So it's great just to charge this each night and have it on you for your cell phones. Now, for those of you that vlog like we do, you definitely need to take your equipment with you. So we're going to be taking, I know, 2 vlogging cameras, this one and Hannah's. We're going to take our tripods. We're going to attempt to do a live while we are at our Airbnb in Williamsburg. So we're going to take our external microphone. We're going to take even a small ring light. We're going to take our webcam. So just make sure that we have to make sure all that is with us. And I'll put the links for all those goodies below. And also we have a video about our vlogging equipment that I'll put up in the cards. Also with your camera equipment, you also need to take some extra memory cards because you don't want to run out of memory for recording all those special things that you're going to see on your trip. One thing that I carry on all my trips, cruises, road trips, flying places, is the medication bag. There's always going to be something that comes up, whether it be a headache, a stomach ache. Unfortunately, I've been on a trip where we had colds come up. So you definitely want to already have everything that you need, if you can think of, on hand in a little medication bag. In this bag, I have something very important these days, and that's a thermometer. Because you want to make sure that for any reason you feel like you have a fever, you're monitoring yourself. A couple other things that I have is like allergy relief, stomach relief, and these are all Walmart brand, which are really cheap. Also, you can go to the Dollar Tree and get their brand. This is ibuprofen. So I just pretty much have everything in here. Just a little bit of everything. Also have Band-Aids and Neosporin and all those good things. So go ahead and just pack yourself a little bag, because you know sometimes we just wake up in the middle of the night not feeling well, and it's nice to go ahead and have everything instead of having to run to the store. Finally, let's talk about entertainment. You want to have your favorite music on your phone ready to go, like your playlist. I know that, and Hannah, my child, will definitely have us listening to some K-pop. You know, it's getting close to the holidays. Maybe you want some Christmas music, whatever you want. Make sure you have everything loaded and ready to go, because for any reason you don't have good reception, you want to make sure you have some things saved on your phone to listen to. For those nights that maybe your Airbnb might only have one television, which I think ours does, maybe you want to watch something different, so take your own computer with you, which I'll do that, to watch Netflix or whatever you have, or YouTube. Also, take some books. I have a book that I'm trying to finish. I really have like a couple chapters left, so I'm going to take that. Take some entertainment, because you will have some nights that you just kind of want to sit down and rest and maybe read a book, watch a movie, you know, do something like that. As you prepare to head out for your first road trip, we hope that this packing list and video will help you. And if you like to watch us as we journey to Williamsburg, Virginia, or any of our other future trips, please hit that subscribe button. And also, if you can give this video a thumbs up, we definitely would appreciate it. And as we always say, please stay safe and continue to journey on. Bye.